Hello everybody, Lance here. There is a project going on in Blender's development called the Everything Node project. The first implementation of the Everything Node project will be introduced in Blender 2.81, and this project will improve Blender's workflow significantly by making everything node-based, similar to Houdini, and currently Houdini is arguably the most powerful 3D package on the market, even more powerful than Maya. By making everything node-based, our workflow will be much more flexible and non-destructive. And the node-based workflow is also called the procedural workflow. Okay. However, if you have never worked procedurally before, it's going to be a little bit confusing. So Blender 2.8 is planned to be released in July, and 2.81 will be released around November. So now is a good time to start getting ourselves familiar with the procedural workflow by messing around with the shader editor, which is already a node-based system. This is gonna be an ongoing series where each episode is about a different material or texture, and if the material is too complex, it's going to be broken into multiple episodes, and over time you will build yourself a nice procedural material library, and this library will help you save a ton of time down the line. So let's take a look at the example here to see why procedural workflow is so great. These are called procedural textures. They are not based on any image textures. The textures are generated during render time, and you can change the parameters to get a different texture. You can even animate the parameters to make animating textures like these. Let's pause the animation for a moment here and examine our textures. These are generated using math, so you can zoom infinitely without any pixelation, and the models don't even need to be UV unwrapped. However, you can also use procedural materials with UV as well. You cannot do this with the traditional image textures. Let's see what the wood texture can do. I already packed the whole node network into a single node here with some parameters to play with. So let's change the parameters to see what's gonna happen. I can change the size of the wood grain, and I can also amplify the curvature of the grain. If I increase it too much, I will get an unrealistic wood grain, which may or may not be what I want, but I have the ability to do so. I can also add the knots to the grain of the wood, as well as change the size of the knots. I also have a bunch of other parameters to play with, and each will give me a different wood texture. So with a single node, I can generate an infinite amount of wood textures for whatever purpose I may have in mind. This is the power of the procedural workflow, a superpower, and soon this power is gonna expand beyond the shader editor. The material you are seeing here are like the hardcore bosses, especially the wood. These are very complex node networks with some nesting networks and confusing math stuff. So yeah, we're gonna start with some basic stuff and work our way up to the bosses. And maybe I'll come up with some even more bosses to play with sometime in the future. So yeah, the first lesson will begin next week, where you will learn the basic stuff. So stay tuned, I'll see you next time.